like to introduce to you the 2024 Snowflake Ball King and Queen nominees. First up, we have Miss Kana Johnson. Kana Johnson is a branch manager and assistant vice president for Home Federal Bank. This is Kana's 7th year attending the Snowflake Ball, and her main source of fundraising and personal entertainment came from moving tie-dye toilets around Knoxville. True story. She came up with the idea to flush out the competition by asking people to pay money to have a tie-dye toilet that says potty with a purpose that can be placed in the yard of a neighbor, coworker, pastor, or HOA president. While most found it hilarious, others, perhaps without a sense of humor, found it a little crappy. Kana worked around those challenges and told me the other day that girl lost 7 pounds moving those toilets. Ew! In addition to her Potty with a Purpose campaign, she offered fall and Christmas photo shoots through Kana Lee Photography. She held a silent auction, held a line dancing night at Marty and Susie's place in La Follette. She partnered with Johnson Home Services, who offered a discount on handyman service calls. She hosted a motorcycle bike night, sold Christmas-themed UT t-shirts, participated in a Kendra Scott jewelry party, and literally said, I point blank begged my friends and family for money. Love it. Kana wanted me to also take a moment to give a huge thank you to her mom, Debbie, her husband, Austin, who helped her with her fundraisers, encouraged her, and continuously reminded her to keep the focus on the big picture, which was not about winning a crown, but was about making an impact in our senior community, because you can never lose when you are doing good for others. Thank you, Miss Kana. Ow! All right, our next Prince nominee, Mr. Jeff Pell. Jeff Pell is the president and owner of a modest senior care in Knoxville. This is Jeff's 7th year attending the ball. I learned so much about people when I do this. Jeff served his country for 9 years and is a honorably discharged U.S. Navy Gulf War veteran. Jeff has said that he has experienced firsthand many situations where seniors have limited resources and need help, and for that reason alone, he said he is honored to be part of the Snowflake Ball Court. During his campaign, he did several events. He did a Top Golf tournament, a fundraising event at Orange Hat Brewery. I don't know if Brian Hatmaker is here, but we always appreciate Brian's participation. He did a Kendra Scott Give Back for Valentine's Day, a Bowling for Seniors event at Strike and Spare, and one of his caregivers named Shirley. Is Shirley here? Shirley's not here. Shirley's 77, she bowled the 178 and she won the tournament. Give it up for Shirley and Jeff. I just have to add, Jeff, you said the best part was and I love this about this, he said the best part of all of this was the fun that he had. He said he got to build new friendships while strengthening current friendships. And that's awesome. Thank you, Jeff. All righty, next up, Miss Layla Bear. Woohoo! Layla Bear is the co-owner of Culture Aesthetics and Wellness. This is her first year coming to the Snowflake Ball, y'all. Like, that to me says a whole lot. She has been raising money since October. to raise money for an event that she actually knew nothing about, but she heard about it through the grapevine. Through culture, she's had the opportunity to support multiple fundraisers and sponsorships in the Knoxville community. She is a mother of 2 wonderful sons, a wife of 11 years to her husband Ron, and spends much of her time on the baseball fields. Fundraising efforts have included asking friends and families, clients for their support, 10% of product sales from culture from January 1st through the 16th. And I still am amazed by this. Like, this is a first, y'all. This girl did a brunch, a margarita brunch at Sono Taco today. It ended at 3 p.m. Like, rock on. That's awesome. Thank you, Miss Layla. Next up, we have Mr. Jesse Moss. Jesse is representing the University of Tennessee College of Social Work. Ow! This is Jesse's 3rd year of attending the ball. Jesse is a retired and proud veteran of the United States Army. But wait, there's more, y'all. But wait, there's more. He is also a recipient of the Purple Heart. He served 22 years as active duty as a paratrooper and combat medic with several tours around the world, including Iraq, Afghanistan, Korea, Germany, and Cuba. Jesse's passion for service and sacrifice extends to his family, friends, and his community. He had an amazing event planned at the BFW Hall called Dinner with the Sexy Santas. He had students, he had a couple of UT football players, he had the whole thing. He put money down, he was ready to really work this. And the sexy Santas bailed. They bailed. That didn't happen. But he did say that it is a privilege to serve our community's elders. They are our heroes, and I am honored to support our seniors in the Office on Aging and the community. Thank you so much, Jesse. Dr. Daisha Lundy. Woo-hoo! Knox County Commissioner. This is her 2nd year of attending the ball. Dr. Lundy is a visionary leader dedicated to empowering marginalized communities. She was born and raised in East Tennessee and has a background in healthcare, government, education, and public service. Daisha met a lot of new faces at our King and Queen Luncheon and started her campaign by participating in a small group meeting called Conversations with Companions, which I've also done. It's precious. They get together, you are in a small room, and they tell you what they've been doing and the impact that they've had, and how Miss Betty is so appreciative that, I helped her get the mail, and it's just an amazing little program. So I appreciate that you being a part of that. She's very involved in the community and definitely uses the power of word of mouth to share the need for caregivers or companions, because so many people do not have family to assist. Thank you so much, Ms. Daisha Lundy. Next up, Marcos Garza. Woo-hoo, Marcos! Marcos Garza Law Firm. Mr. Garza is a native of East Tennessee and is best known for his defense of those accused of DUI, criminal charges, or those who have suffered serious personal injury. After a tour as a judge advocate and a captain in the United States Marine Corps, Mr. Garza returned to practice law in East Tennessee. I don't know about this, and I asked him about it earlier, and he was like, yeah, I did that. He said his fundraising efforts included sponsoring a concert at the Smoky Stadium. I don't know what that was, but rock on, that's awesome. He asked vendors, friends, and Marcos also matched any donations. Championing the rights of isolated seniors is not just a cause, it's a moral imperative. Our seniors in the Knoxville community deserve the dignity of companionship, the right to be heard, and the assurance of a community who cares. On top of this, before I say give it up for Marcos, I did not know this. We were talking earlier, and he was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know if you knew this, but like I have a master's in social work. What? And he explained the importance of social work and law and just how they do mesh and how really looking out for people is what it's all about. So thank you so much, Marcos, for participating.
No more conversations with you.
Next up, Miss Crystal Palmer. Miss Crystal. She is the sales director at Dean Hill Place. Crystal Palmer most recently returned to her roots in senior living and serves as the community relations director at Dean Hills Place. Crystal epitomizes the word caregiver both professionally and personally. She has never met a stranger and always maintains professional relationships that date back 30 years or more. I worked with Crystal back in, I guess, 2016 with Penny Bandy and Crystal. And, she said it's running for Snowflake Ball Queen is just a natural progression and also a way to honor Penny's legacy. Her fundraising efforts, I'm just going to tell you, this girl's been crazy. Barbecue grab-and-go lunch, golf tournament, Kendra Scott Give Back. She had weenie dog races, a bourbon auction, a ball board, a spaghetti dinner, a sip and shop, strawberries for Valentine's Day, and a Mardi Gras breakfast. Funny little side note, I was rushing around trying to get somewhere, and I texted Crystal and I said, Crystal girl, like I'm trying to get to your breakfast, but I just don't know if I'm gonna have time. Can you meet me in the parking lot? And she said, absolutely. And so she rushed out and she had her styrofoam box with her, and I was like, okay, thanks girl. And she goes, I just got $1 for a biscuit. I love that story. All righty. Next up, Mr. Carlos Lopez. Carlos is the Spanish news anchor at WATE, Channel 6. This is his first time attending the Snowflake Ball. This has got such a good story. Lopez graduated from the University of Tennessee and says diversity and inclusion have always been important to him. Lopez moved with his family to the U.S. when he was 11 years old. In a foreign country with a new language to learn and a new culture, his mother told Carlos and his brother, I'm taking you guys to a country where whatever dream you have, you can make a reality with hard work and dedication. However, with you being a minority and an immigrant, you're gonna have to work even harder. This past season, his dream became reality. He's hearing from fans worldwide. He came up with a catchy football phrase, and I'm probably saying it wrong, and please, like, Dale Seis? Dale Seis. Okay, and Dale Seis, this year during the football games, every time a game would play and something happened, we had Dale Seis, and he asked people to donate $6. Give it up for Mr. Carlos Lopez.